And welcome to Southern Virginia University Knights Arena. I am Scotty Winterton with my colleague Adam Peterson bringing you this contest between the Southern Virginia University women's basketball team and the North Carolina Wesleyan College Battling Bishops. Both teams have arrived safely on campus with a little bit of snow going on outside. I'm not sure we need any more snow, Adam, but this looks like it's going to melt soon. Hopefully everybody out there joining us in the World Wide Web is enjoying their evening, this Friday night doubleheader action as we bring this first game of the Knights versus the Battling Bishops. And then after this, the men's team, Southern Virginia, will take on Methodist. We have two really good teams squaring off tonight. The Knights, who are first in the conference, are looking to solidify their place. Currently 8-0 and undefeated. The Battling Bishops are 7-3 in the conference. Both teams have a couple really strong players on each side that will be key to their success this evening, and we'll talk more about those as the evening goes on. Adam, what's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, this should be an exciting matchup. First matchup between these two teams earlier on in the year. Knights were able to kind of take control of that one near the end of the game, win by 10, and they get off to a hot start here. First play definitely drawn up before the teams were even on the court. Garish high post pass down to McCrolla, who had a good seal and easy bucket. And yeah, Knights looking to get off to a hot start here.
Currently up 4-0 for the Knights. You know, they depend on the strong play underneath of Katie Garish. Savannah Christensen leads the Knights. And great rebound there underneath as Addison Newman gathers that ball up for the Knights. They already have 3 offensive rebounds on the evening. Christensen is leading the team with 16 points a game. And right behind that is Garish with 14 points a game. They're the only two that are averaging in double digits. Courtney McCrolla and Emma Camden, 8.4 and 7.8 points per game respectively. Kind of round out most of the scoring. Anna Singer doing a great job for the Knights as well. Strong three-point shooter. Turnover there for the Knights. Great job getting a hand in the passing lane. Camden triggering the Knights offense. Yeah, comes down, travels. For the Bishops, a couple key players will be really important. First, Kayla Johnson, number 2. She leads the team with 13 points per game. But Charisma Harrison, number 25, she is the do-it-all player for the Bishops. She averages 12.2 rebounds per game, which is incredible, averaging double-digit rebounds per game, and then she also averages 12 points per game. So, and then really at the point, leading the team in assists, Kiora Taylor, almost 3 assists per game. Great drive. You see right there from Giovanna Jones, getting into the lane, finishing with the foul. Took that shot to the head and still able to finish. Great job from her.
Yeah, you mentioned Charisma, K-Dot as she is called by her teammates and friends, averaging a double-double. 3 players starting in this game, 2 for the Knights, Savannah and Katie, and K-Dot for the Battling Bishops, averaging double-doubles. So high-level basketball is what we're going to see on the court today.
Right, as really those 4 players, right, like that group will be really important on just staying strong. Great finish over Garish. It looked like that she had nowhere to go. 3-on-1, and Kiora Taylor able to finish. As she leads the team in assists and really keys their offense, so it'll be important for her to limit the turnovers, find her teammates, get that ball into those that can score. And then this situation right here with Garish and how she's going to post up and how she's going to be able to battle against Charisma on the offensive end. What a great drive by Kiora. That time doesn't finish. Over the top to Newman. Good job getting back from the Bishops. And this time on the backside, man cutting in. Great job from Camden. Camden doing a great job with this Knights. She averages, this is really great for a point guard. You want to average, if you can, more than 2 assists per turnover. And she's right at that two assists per turnover mark. Averages 4.3 assists per game, only 2.2 turnovers per game.
Yeah, and that's good for second in the conference. 4.3 assists per game, second in the conference. So really always looking to find her teammates, but can't leave her open either because from 3, she is a threat.
Right, 40% three-point shooter. She's shooting 41% on the year. Knights find another bucket. Up by 5. Knights have a couple players already looking to check in.
Yeah, and we've really seen it throughout conference play and really early on in this game. The Knights in conference averaging 20 assists per game. Before that, or total on the season, 17.4. So in conference, really looking to find open teammates. And in the first 4.5 minutes of this game, lots of good passes. I think we're going to see the size advantage for the Knights, especially the skill down in the low post, especially with Katie and Courtney down low, just with how good they are at sealing their opponents. Going to be tough for NC Wesleyan to deal with that down low.
With this group that's on the court right now, it'll be interesting to see if they can generate the outside shooting, three-point, or are they just going to focus on getting into the key like Kiora did right there. Kiora Taylor doing a great job so far, finding the almost turnover from Man, able to get that ball back. Anna Singer is checked in. Also checked in is, for the Knights, is Sophie Wright. This group and the turnover, McCullough with the ball on the fast break. Eventually they get it to Christensen, and she draws the foul. So when Maisha Best is not on the floor, she's taken by far, her and Kayla Johnson have taken the most three-pointers. 32%, just looking at the percentage on these three-pointers, 33, 13, 37. Like, really not a strong three-point shooting team. So can the Knights protect the key, allow those three-point shots? I'm sure coaches talked about that. Lynette Schroeder and Coach Brett Schroeder are back on the bench, by the way, which is nice to see. Conversely, on the other side, the Knights have 4 pretty solid three-point shooters. Christensen, McCullough, not shooting a lot, but still hitting 44%. Camden at 40%, and Anna Singer at 47%.
Yeah, as a team, 33.6% from the three-point line. That's good for second in the conference. Yeah, you mentioned Anna Singer. She's second in the conference, shooting 47% from deep, and has really stepped it up during conference play. In conference, averaging 11.5 points per game, and that's up from 7.4. So more than 4 points per game better in conference. So she's really stepped up, and that's helped the Knights.
And that's why they're sitting at 8-0 in the conference and fighting for that number 1 seed. Christensen will take 2. Hits the first. That foul was on Giovanna Jones. It's her first foul, the senior from Gaithersburg, Maryland.
And if there's one player on the Knights team that you don't want to allow to get to the free throw line, it's Savannah. Second in the conference, shooting 80.6% from the free throw line.
I'm going to call a double dribble there. Don't really see that too often on a drive.
Here's Savannah, before she passes the ball in, asking her coaches if it's okay if they just switch 1 through 5. They say, yep, that's okay. Let's do it. And she
telling everybody what they're doing. Doesn't matter if you do it better than the other team.
Yep.
McCrolla misses that shot, gets her home rebound, gets knocked to the ground. She'll go to the line for 2. So in case anybody's wondering, the Knights are going to switch 1 through 5.
That's 4 offensive rebounds already for the Knights. Rebounding was going to be a big thing to watch in this game. Both these teams are really good at rebounding. Knights leading the conference with 46.6 rebounds per game. The Bishops right behind them with 45.1. It's good for second in the conference. So far, early on, the Knights have definitely won that battle. Like I said before, just leaning on that height advantage that they do have down low.
Yeah, and it's that height advantage with Garish when she's in, and also that just kind of gritty play that Christensen has brought this season that is really, I think, stepped up. It's the difference in her play right now. She's leading with her activity, with her hands. She's getting steals. She's being really aggressive on the defensive end. You know, she comes in, Christensen comes in as Wright able to garner that one. Quickly up ahead to Newman. Wright gets to the key. Quick ball movement, but the travel, lifting her pivot foot. Savannah Christian right now, for this past week, was given Conference Women Basketball Player of the Week for her performance against Mary Baldwin. This stat line is crazy. 23 points, 24 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal, and a partridge in a pear tree.
We have some substitutions coming in for the Knights. Courtney McCrolla goes to the bench, and what has probably been the best start in a game for her that I think we've seen all year. She has a tough matchup trying to guard K-Dot. That's a tough matchup.
For sure.
Not only guarding her on the ball, her field goal percentage is ridiculous. Led the conference the past 2 years in field goal percentage. But then trying to box her out because she gets 12 rebounds a game. So that's not an easy matchup for whoever's on her. Katie's on her right now.
Yeah, keep your eye on how she plays on it. Every time that shot goes up, you'll see K-Dot work hard to the basket. They're going to call a foul on Singer.
Yeah, a little bit of a reach there, but I don't think coaches are going to be upset with that one, just with how hard the Knights are playing on the defensive end. Just coming out showing a lot of intensity as there's a good play off the inbound, just mixing up. Knights getting a little confused.
The Knights come in with 2 players in the top 10 in scoring, and Christensen and Garish. Christensen at 6th and Garish at 10th in the conference in scoring. Open look for Anna Singer, and you got to believe that she'll knock those down. Singer shooting 41% on the season. And for somebody who's primarily an outside shooter, that's a solid shooting percentage. And this is one of the best three-point shooters for the Bishops, and you got to be on Maisha Best. She will hit those in a junior from Goldsboro, North Carolina, Eastern Wayne High School product.
Yeah, 33% on the year, has the second most attempts on the team. Knocks that one down. Now we're going to have a 3 from the Knights here with Singer.
And another offensive rebound. In the reach, Singer will go to the line.
Yeah, great job there by Singer. Got bumped, looked like on that 3. Got hit in the face, maybe poked in the eye. So really couldn't follow her shot, but saw that her teammate got the offensive rebound and made a great cut right down the middle of the lane. Flashing, calling for the ball, gets an attempt there and fouled, and she'll go back to the free throw line.
That's the 7th offensive rebound that the Knights have grabbed right there, and that is going to be problems with the Bishops because that's led to 6 early second chance points, and that's a hard hurdle to overcome if you're going to have to constantly give up a second or third opportunity for the team. The Knights really, they were picked to finish 7th out of 10 in the Eastern Division, and I'm sure that is something that's still up on the board in the locker room. Can't blame the other coaches, not really knowing what the Knights were bringing in, but of course the Knights, like the play of Emma Camden. I mean, the Knights knew that Singer and Garish and Christensen would come in, but Emma Camden and then recently Newman picking up their play have been such a huge integral part of conference play for the Knights as Alyssa McCrolla subs in for Anna Singer. Alyssa McCrolla is a sophomore, younger sister of her older sister, Courtney McCrolla. Although they went to different high schools in Colorado. And tip by Garish smartly to her teammate, Taylor Misaki. Open shot for Taylor. And trying to save that was Newman.
Yeah, good hustle there. Ends up on the Bishop's bench there. Gets a little help from the players over there.
Nadia Simmons doing a great job sealing her off, not letting her get a clean look at that. And now coming up the court, the traveling call on the handoff. So the Bishops, Naisha Best is in, Charisma, K. Harrison, Nadia Simmons, Naisha Best. Still with that, McCrolla with a little bit of Euro over the top and can't finish with the right hand. And pushing that ball, Ariana Harris draws the foul. The blocking. She's going to get herself to the line to shoot 2. Arena Harris is a 70% free throw shooter, misses the first. She's averaging almost 6 points a game.
Yeah, and fun fact, that's her first missed free throw of conference play. Came into this game shooting 10 for 10 in conference play.
I'm glad we did not say that beforehand. It's not on our, that way we can look the Harris family in the eye and say it's not our fault.
Still able to knock that second one down. Still have a good free throw percentage.
Also in for the Knights now, Lima Mulitalo. Nice little jumper. Addison Newman hits the 15-footer. And stepping out of bounds. That was Naisha Best. She had a nice lane there, pushed that ball out ahead, just a little too far, not able to recover it.
Yeah, it was second assist for Emma here in this first quarter. On pace to go above her season average.
Four seconds left. Coaches over here for the Knights asking for a tip or a foul. Not going to get it.
That will bring us to the end of the first quarter here with the Knights leading by 9, 24-15. On pace to be just below 100 for the Knights, well above their season average. And a lot of that is due to their field goal percentage, but also getting to the line. 6 for 6 from the free throw line, shooting 9 of 21 from the field, 42.9%. And that's below the Bishops, who are shooting 50%, but with only 12 field goal attempts.
Yeah, those offensive rebounds really showing their head right there.
Offensive rebounds and quite a few turnovers for the Bishops. I'm sure we'll see that get cleaned up here in the second quarter, but 6 first quarter turnovers for the Bishops.
Yeah, you don't want to be on pace for 24 turnovers in the game. That is not good. The Knights average fairly high, 20 turnovers per game, while the Bishops are averaging 18 turnovers per game. So both teams not necessarily clean with the ball consistently, but the Knights doing a little better job on their turnover, just 2 in that first quarter, and a great step back shot. Finishing was Kayla Johnson, leading scorer for the Bishops. Again, averaging 13.7 points per game. You can see why.
Yeah, and that was good defense. Not much more you can ask from Emma Camden. It was a good step back, but she got hand up, hand in the face, and just a good shot.
That was a nice front from Charisma Harrison, not letting an easy entry pass to Garish. The Knights have not really been able to get that ball into Garish the latter half of that first quarter.
She had possession. She grabbed it, and then it went off her hands.
A little discussion on was there possession by the Bishops or not? And they're going to say Coach Schroeder is arguing that there was possession by the Bishops and then the ball fell out of bounds. She tipped it to herself and grabbed it.
Wait, she had possession. She tipped it and grabbed it.
That's not possession. She didn't lose it. She didn't possess it. It went off her hands out of bounds.
Oh, I thought she grabbed it.
So there looks like they're going to give, I mean, the ball will be the Knights. The conversation at the desk here is how much time left on the shot clock. So they're going to go with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I think the girls on both teams they didn't care. They just want to get play going again.
Yeah. Look, this is basketball. One way or the other. And McCrolla gets in, draws that foul. That'll be the first foul on Deanna Adams.
And how long did that take? 2 seconds?
2 seconds. That's all we needed on the shot clock.
Didn't really
we only
matter.
needed 2
Yeah.
seconds on the shot clock. It would have been okay.
2:20, 30.
McCrolla, a 65% free throw shooter on the season.
Yeah, Knights still shooting 100%, 8 of 8 as a team. If they keep getting to the line and shooting that well, it's going to be really tough for the Bishops to come back in this one.
Janae Goddard is also in the game for the Bishops. And turnover as the ball goes off the hands of Kayla Johnson. Camden will look to trigger. She finds a cutting Newman. Newman not able to finish, but does get fouled on the hand, and Newman will take her 2 opportunities at the line.
Yeah, great cut there. Good pass.
The Knights with 8 assists. Really doing a great job finding each other, assisting on almost every basket. 9 field goals for the Knights, 8 of which have been assisted. The Knights still without a three-point shot made, 3 attempts. The Bishops are 1 for 3. The deflection from Camden into the hands of Newman, and she'll press in transition. Krola finds the backdoor cut and the foul on Christensen. I really love the way the Knights are able to push in transition, share the ball, and they're active on the other end. That's a slow break. We call that in lacrosse a slow break. And the key at the back end of that transition, when it's all even, is movement as the ball comes down. And you saw that with Christensen as she cut to the basket on a backdoor and hits both. And the Knights now 10 for 10.
Yeah, and you know it's something important for the Knights because almost every time they grab a loose ball, get a rebound, get a steal, whatever it is, the whole bench, not just the coaching staff, but the whole bench is on their feet, standing up, yelling, push it, push it, push it, or find a lane, just communicating with their teammates on which lane to go. And when you fill those lanes, it does make it easier to have those 3-on-2 odd man breaks.
No foul called on the contact there as Newman tries to go Euro up to the basket. Gets it up to the rim, can't finish it. Thought there should have been coaches thought there should have been a foul called there. I don't think it could have been a charge, as the Bishops player had a foot in the restricted arc. Circling all the way around. An opportunity there for Nadia Simmons. Couldn't quite grab it to get a quick bucket. Nice open jumper, unable to finish. Rebound again for Simmons. And the bump from Newman behind on the ground. Will be the Knights' first. Addison's first. The freshman from Cedar City, Utah. Also lettered in soccer and track in high school. Fantastic athlete. I'm sure her mom, Jennifer, dad, Steve, watching back home. Great shot, three-pointer. Finishing that off of 2 offensive rebounds. That's a good switch for the Bishops to be able to get those offensive rebounds. Entry pass into Garish. That's just too easy for her. Right now, there's really nobody on the court that can hang with Garish in the post. If she gets to the first block, you're going to be in trouble. So the Bishops are going to have to front and help from behind. Which they were trying to do before. Nice job with that left hand. Didn't quite finish. Newman on the rebound. Kiara Taylor did a good job on that hesitation move to get inside. Just couldn't finish, and the travel from McCrolla.
Miyazaki and Jessup now going to check in for the Knights, give McCrolla and Newman a break.
McCrolla exits with 8 points. Newman tied with 8 points. They're the 2 leading scorers for the Knights, and Newman also with 3 rebounds, McCrolla with 2. Both doing a great job in the time they spent on the court. Nice hesitation move again, and drawing the foul. That's a beautiful hesitation move, forcing Garish then to recover to her player off that pick. And as Kayla came out, she is a really smart basketball player, the graduate student from Annapolis, Maryland. She comes off of that screen, hesitates, forces Garish to have to recover to her player who had set the pick, and then is able to draw the foul of Camden on her hip, floats it up, gets the basket, gets the and one, puts her team down 9. Beautiful play.
Yeah, you mentioned Johnson, grad student pursuing a master's degree in criminal justice. Not only good on the court, but a very good student. Been on the academic list, both at school and into the academic all-conference team as well.
Jessup goes back door, gets blocked. Knights now with a 7-point lead. Getting to the key over and over again are the Bishops. They're not stopping the ball. That was Kiora Taylor this time. Dashing in off of the transition, scoring. Great job from the Bishops to battle back from that deficit. Now close it to 5. They've limited the fouls, and they've been really aggressive getting to the key.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference that we've seen on this little run the past few minutes or so. Limiting those fouls. Knights really have been the most dangerous at the free throw line. Still 100%, 12 of 12. Lots of points coming from the free throw line. And really the Bishops have done this all year. You mentioned it coming into this one. Not a great three-point shooting team. They'll hit them if they're open, but not great and not going to take a ton. Also, don't get to the free throw line a whole ton either. About middle of the pack in the conference on both of those. But field goal percentage is really high, which tells you one thing: they're getting easy shots, getting layups, and that comes off the dribble drive. And the intensity on the defensive end for the Knights has really dropped over the past couple minutes. So I'm sure that was something that the Coaches Schroeder went over during that timeout.
And the Knights have not got an offensive rebound in this quarter. They came in with 7 offensive rebounds, still at 7 offensive rebounds. Turn and shoot from Christensen. Shot at the elbow. That's a money shot for her. She's able to finish.
And what do the Knights do coming out of a timeout break? Get the ball in the hands of your best offensive player.
McCrolla with the block, but they're going to say she got the body first.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Definitely contact with the body, but it looked like it was initiated by the offensive player. So no jumping into the offensive player from McCrolla, and that's
why you do it, isn't it? You're playing basketball. Yeah. Initiating that contact is always almost always going to be a benefit for the offensive player.
Yeah, Coach Trader over there for the Bishops is saying, "Oh yeah, that's a foul, 100%." I'm sure she'll argue if that's going to happen on the other end, just as the coaches here for the Knights were doing that on this end.
Right, Coach Trader in her 13th season as the head coach, leading these battling Bishop women's basketball players.
The option we talked about. Let's go, Nan. Get on the other side.
Knights going back to that high post attack, getting whether that's McCrolla or Christensen into that high post option, and then looking for that other low post pass down there.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Jessup trying to get that ball into McCrolla. McCrolla not able to seal her player. Great job getting around McCrolla, trying to front her. Singer coming to the table to check back in. They're going to say no tip from Yasaki. It will be a turnover for the Knights. Great aggressive defense from her. As Jessup comes out and a Singer will come in.
Hey, Court, let's go 5 out. 5 out. Let's go. That's the Court. That's the time. Let's go.
Going to switch it up here a little bit on this offensive possession, going with a 5 out, trying to spread the floor. Looking for lots of pass and cuts.
The nice front of the rim move, getting there for Christensen. The Bishops come in having won 5 of their last 6 games. They're on fire. Their loss was pretty significant to Greensboro. That was a 20-point loss to Greensboro, who's second in the conference, solid team. And the three-pointer does not fall as the ball will stay in the Bishop's hands off that miss. That was Deanna Adams, the sophomore from Middlesex, North Carolina, C. Holders High School. And Christensen will come out. Subbing in for her is Katie Garish. So Garish and McCrolla, kind of their two center/forward players, are both in. The switch, short air ball, and as usual, that falls in the hands of offensive players. Those air balls do that all the time. And they're going to call a travel. Kiora thought that she got pushed there, and that's why she traveled. Well, now 3.5. Kiora trying to get that ball and does get her hands on it. Coming down against Singer. Finishes on the layup. Takes a look at the Knights bench. Says this is how you finish. That was a great play all the way around by Taylor.
Yeah, she was a little upset, clapped her hands a little bit, getting fired up from the Knights bench after a little "you can't do that" chant after the travel was called on that last possession. But great play by her there, yeah.
Taylor, a 72% free throw shooter, missed the and one. Turnover on Misaki into the hands of the driving Naisha Best. Not a finish, and then off the hands of the Knights. Just a little sloppy there from the Knights in terms of gathering the ball, playing a little hot potato, greased pig. They're going to have to clean that up. They're going to stem the run of the Bishops.
And we mentioned the Bishops' field goal percentage being so high because they're able to get to the basket. And it makes it a lot easier to get to the basket when you have fast breaks off turnovers. 4 turnovers already in this second quarter for the Knights after a really good first quarter, only 2 turnovers.
Singer grabs that ball. Back to Singer, over to Miyazaki. She goes up, gets fouled, go to the line. First time they've been to the line in a little while.
Yeah, and Johnson's upset with that foul call. Feels like something similar happened on the other end. Maybe he has a point there.
I think she does. Coach Trader over there trying to get the explanation from the referee. And the first miss of the afternoon for the Knights at the free throw line. 4 team fouls on each team.
Yeah, Miyazaki only shooting 54.5% on the season.
Great steal from, that was a fantastic steal from Kiora Taylor. But it fell right into the hands of the Knights. And she knocked it away from Misaki, and then the Knights are able to finish. Now up 9-point lead. Quick trigger from Aisha Best. Can't get it to fall. And both players, Singer and Giovanna Jones, go down for that ball. Results in a jump ball, and it'll be Knights ball. Back in for the Knights is Sophie Wright, the junior from Logan, Utah. Ridgeline High School. Psychology major here at Southern Virginia University. A fantastic major to be a part of. One of the key components of that psychology group, Jeff Batis, a stalwart in the athletic department, as he's always on the clock. He's handling the shot clock and the game clock and the scoreboard for the Knights as usual. All 6'8" of him. One of the first drives we've seen out of Charisma in a long time, going up against Garish there, and wasn't able to finish. getting to the baseline. Singer, and what a fight by Sophie Wright. One arm locked down. Now the three-pointer from Singer. She doesn't finish. Charisma, as is her want, grabs the rebound.
Good D.
McCullough grabs the ball, knocked out of her hands, up to Singer, and they'll trigger in a 3-on-3 with the trailer. Great no-look to Newman, not able to finish. And then over the back, I think. I think they call over. Let's see who it's on. And that'll result in a one-on-one, or shooting two rather. Sorry, shooting two. That was a foul on Garish. As she comes out, Coach Lynette Schroeder not wanting to get a third foul.
Yeah, really not sure what you wanted to do there, especially with how they've let them battle for the most part, especially on the boards. Really unfortunate call for Garish at the end of this second half. Allows her to get a little bit of extra rest before she'll come back in the third quarter.
You're saying that was planned?
Might work out.
Great job on the foul shots, putting the Bishops back to within 9. Over the top, great entry pass and the left-handed finish as McCullough points to her teammate Sophie Wright. The three-pointer does not fall for Best. Great rebound underneath, again, doesn't fall, and they're gonna get a loose ball foul on McCullough, I think. Yeah, and being in the bonus. Bishops will shoot two. It's Janae Goddard at the line, the sophomore from Williamston, North Carolina, Riverside High School. As McCullough checks out. And in for her, Lima Mulitalo, the Baltimore, Maryland native. Also the daughter of the Knights head football coach, who also, Ed Mulitalo, gave the prayer for us tonight, as is the tradition at SVU. We begin every athletic contest with prayer.
Back within 9 after that free throw.
Singer, the left-handed runner, won't fall for her. Falls into the hands of Aisha Best. She'll push up, 28 seconds in the game, 22 on the shot clock. Dribble handoff, getting into the lane. Great job from Marina Harris. Eight seconds, shot clock is turned off. Game clock down to 4, 3. Over to Wright. She triggers from 3 and is unable to finish as two Bishops come sprawling on the floor out towards her. And we'll have a 7-point lead for the Knights as they and the Bishops battled hard in that first half. Adam, looking over the stats, anything stand out in particular to you?
Yeah, so we talked about a couple things coming into this one that were going to be things to watch. Rebounds being one of those two, both of these teams being really good at rebounding the ball. Knights lead that category 22-12 in total rebounds. But the Bishops did pick that up in that second quarter, got a few offensive rebounds that really helped them. But Knights still leading that, and that definitely helps them out with that lead on the scoreboard as well.
I think something that we would say would be very difficult for the Knights to hold a 7-point lead if we were to know that they were going to be 0 for 4 from the three-point line in the first half, and they are. Not a nary a three-pointer made, 4 attempted, yet still holding that 7-point lead. Probably, as you spoke, the total rebounds. That being said, second chance points, the Knights only have 10 relative to the 7 for Wesleyan. So, there's a lot of interesting dynamics in this game. Both teams shooting in the 40s, but it's in the Knights 12 of 14 in free throws. It's an interesting numbers here, and I have no idea what to expect in the second half.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, pointing out that second chance points. But if you added the Knights' free throws in there, that number would be a lot higher. A lot of those free throws were offensive rebounds where they were fouled. Hopefully here in the second half, we'll see some more and ones. Knights have been in really good spots where they've gotten fouled and just haven't been able to finish. I think that might change here in the second half.
Love the play of Kiora Taylor and Kayla Johnson, Maisha Best. They're doing a great job. I think the Bishops need to get Charisma Harrison going. She's their second leading scorer, and it feels like she's been absent for a lot of this game. I mean, she has not had a point yet. She does have 3 rebounds, but that's far below her per game average of 12. So not really sure. I don't know if it's just the fact that the Christensen and Garish are just kind of out athleticisming her or just the bigger player. But Kayla Johnson, Karina Taylor, Janae Goddard, the three leading scorers for the Bishops, are going to have to keep carrying the load if Charisma is unable to get going. The Knights have 3 players in double digits: Christensen, Singer, and McCrolla. Garish, second leading scorer for the Knights, only has 4 points. Addison Newman with 8. So really sharing the load there.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see K-Dot come to life in the second half, and the Bishops are going to need her if they want to cut this 7-point deficit and try to fight back and win this game.
So we'll take about a 10-minute break, and hopefully everybody joining us. Looks like we have about 60 or so watching right now on the stream. Maybe we'll get a couple more for the second half. Join us for this second half. It's sure to be exciting. I don't expect anything less from the second half than this great basketball we've had in the first. And we're back here for the second half of the Southern Virginia Knights women's basketball team against the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops, living up to their name, taking the first place team in the conference, your SVU Knights, to just a 7-point deficit and really looking solid at the latter part of that first half, doing a great job cutting into the double-digit lead that the Knights had. Adam, we talked about that key, trying to get charisma going. I'm sure that Coach Trader has put an emphasis on her and her game, trying to limit fouls and see what they can do to chip into this lead.
Yeah, and for both sides, we have some players that are used to scoring a little bit more than what we're seeing. You mentioned it for the Bishops. That's Charisma Harrison, K-Dot, 0 points. But we had Kayla Johnson and Kiora Taylor really step up with 12 points and 10 points respectively. And then for the Knights, Katie Garish only with 4 points. And Savannah Christensen with 10. So still good for her. But Newman with 8, McCrolla with 10, Courtney that is, and Anna Singer with 10 as well. So all above their season averages, especially at halftime.
So Taylor right there able to find Johnson, and Johnson doesn't hit, but the offensive rebound will lead to a trip to the foul line for Nadia Simmons. Kiora Taylor led all players with 18 minutes played in that first half. She hardly came off the court. Just 2 minutes off the court. She's really a key to this Bishop's offense, both as a point guard and as a scorer. Knights were pretty even in their minutes. Christensen with 15 leading the Knights. So Knights should be fresh. Coach Schroeder doing a great job sharing that load. We'll see if the backdoor cut and the finish. Great job from Newman to Christensen. Little Stockton to Malone action to start out the second half for the Knights. And another offensive rebounder into Charisma's hands, and that hopefully will get her going. Exactly what the Bishops needed, an offensive rebound and a putback from Charisma Harrison, the junior from Weldon, North Carolina.
Yeah, didn't quite get the number on who took that first shot, and then also got the tip that just happened to fall right in the hands of K-Dot, as there's a beautiful steal there.
Little thief action, but can't finish. Boy, that isn't really the kind of, normally she'll finish those. That was a great steal. Into the corner is McCrolla. Great hands from Taylor. Quick player, really fun basketball player to watch. And as Christensen tries to find her teammate cross court, and the finish from Simmons, Henderson, North Carolina native. She's a sophomore, 5'7", combo guard forward for the Bishops.
Yeah, 3 quick points from her after she gets that one free throw and the layup there, and hot start for the Bishops.
Yeah, 3 points from her, and the Bishops are only 4 points down. 6-5 in the shot clock. Ball gets down to Garish. She gets the turnaround. A little bit of a fadeaway, able to finish. Great job. Gets her 6th point.
Yeah, I think the Knights have to keep going inside to her. Maybe go back to that high-low post action where you get one of your playmakers, whether that's McCrolla or Christensen, up at that high post. Let them make a decision on whether they're going to pass it down low to Garish.
I'm not sure if your outlet goes from McCrolla to Garish by design. I'm pretty sure that's not the way you want it. And they're going to call a travel on Deanna Adams. Adams didn't garner a point in the first half, still didn't have one, but gets the start in the second half. She has 1 rebound. Garish will swing and transition the ball. The Knights reverse it off the seal. The Knights still without a three-pointer. Newman trying to remedy that. She cannot do it. Great effort from Camden trying to save that ball into the hands of her teammates over here on the near side. Again, the Knights 0 for 6 on the three-point shooting. Charisma finds her teammates down low, and it'll go off of the foot of Simmons. Good find from her, just not able to handle it. But it was good to see Harrison get on the board. And she's looking to be aggressive with the ball now. Nice pump fake and a 15-footer from the elbow. Missed. Ball falls into the waiting arms of one of the smallest players on the court. And Camden punched out from behind. And in transition, Kiora Taylor with the Euro. And they're going to call a block shot for Garish. Ball will stay in the hands of the Bishops as Taylor will trigger for her team inbounding.
And Katie made that look really easy, but that was a really athletic play. Backpedaling, trying to keep up with Taylor, who's a fast and really quick player. We've seen that on her ball handling, also on her on the defense.
We have injured player McCrolla tried to get a little Euros. Great defense underneath from the Bishops in that transition play. McCrolla, if you can stay with that Euro step, kind of anticipating it, which players are doing now. I believe that was Adams, just did a great job in defense.
Yeah, and you mentioned no points for Adams, but really good on the defensive end, and that's why she plays a lot of minutes for this team. Coming into this game, tied for the team lead in steals, and she's done a good job today as well with that.
Yeah, she had 12 minutes in that first half. She does get a lot of playing time. And the three-point shot for both teams seems to be a bit elusive tonight. That will be 2 of 9 for the Bishops, shooting 22%. No, sorry, 2 of 10, shooting 20%. I can do that math. And Knights are 0 for 6. I can do that math as well. That's 0%. And then Garish had the ball taken away. Good job from Johnson coming in from behind. Hesitation move. Swings it with that one-hand pass cross court. Too far for the reach of Deanna Adams. Really like that little hesitation left-handed move she has. Maybe can just stop and pop right there, get inside her defender and see if she can't get a shot up. But she did have who was it? It was Adams on the far side wide open.
Yeah, it was a good look. Those one-handed passes are tough, especially when you're trying to go around a defender. And unfortunately for Taylor on that one, goes out of bounds. But Knights are able to take advantage of that and get a bucket on the other end. Almost another turnover there, but good handles.
And then Newman gets her hand in the way and forces an aggressive play from Taylor, and she gets called for the foul. Be the second foul on Taylor. And we got a media timeout. Knights increased their lead by 1 point over the first 6 minutes, 5 minutes of this third quarter, 48-40. Still, this stat of 0 for 6 is just glaring for the Knights. But 28 rebounds, 17 for the Bishops. Both teams doing a great job in the paint. The Knights with 20 points in the paint and the Bishops with 18.
Yeah, and another thing that just pops off the page when we're looking at the stats is that assists. 15 assists for the Knights and only 3 for the Bishops. Coming into this game, averaging just over 18 assists, that's the Bishops. So really not doing as good of a job as they usually do finding teammates. Maybe that drive and kick is what they're used to getting, where here they're driving and the lane's open, so they have had some good shots, but I like to see them here in the second half as they're trying to battle their way back, find some open teammates, get some better looks, trying to cut that 8-point deficit down.
Maisha Best checks in for Coach Trader. Camden with the turnover, gets into the lane. Johnson pushes it, able to keep it as Knights go running by. And Best takes a three-pointer and cans it, putting her team down by 5. Great shot from Best. The assist going to Taylor. Good job finding her teammate.
Yeah, and Best shooting 50% from the three-point line. Her team only 25, 3 of 12, but she's 2 of 4.
And there you get the Knights trying to break open their side of the bucket, getting their first three-pointer, now shooting 14%, 1 for 7. Unable to box out Goddard. Goddard gets that rebound, and Singer grabs the ball, but Johnson doing a good job getting her hands on it, and it'll be a jump. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul. I thought they were going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a foul on Johnson. She's looking around like, what? What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I actually do think it was a good call. Got across her arm first before she did get the ball. Ref was there the whole time.
Asa Newman will trigger for her team. Little awkward pass there. Try it again. Twins at the elbows for the Knights. Trying to play some post ball, and they do get that ball deep into Christensen as she battles inside. We've seen Christensen do that before. She is very comfortable playing with her back to the basket, posting up.
Yeah, and that gets her to up to 14 points.
Now into the post is Goddard, and they're going to get a jump ball called as she turned and showed the ball to Christensen. Not what you want to do. That's the 14th turnover for the Bishops. The Knights with 11. Double staggered screens for Camden. Now the roll inside to Christensen, and she will finish and goes to the line, trying to garner her 17th point of the afternoon.
Yeah, a little screen-to-screener action there. Not your typical screen-to-screener action. Get it on the move while they're cutting across the lane. And then just a good cut. Cuts across the lane, gets in front of her teammate. Good pass there. And a good finish off the and one. What we talked about a little bit coming into this half. See if we can get some more baskets on those fouls.
Absolutely. If you haven't had a chance to, you're watching on Knights Broadcasting, go ahead, go down there and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell, get those notifications. Don't want to miss any of the Knights home broadcasts. Love what production director Craig Reese has done, along with his assistant Paul Morrissey. The broadcasting for Knights basketball games, volleyball games. We had a fun men's volleyball game that you and I did last night, Adam. That was a lot of fun to see the Knights in their first home contest in more of a kind of a scrimmage against the club team of the Liberty Flames. And then coming up after this, we've got the men's in this doubleheader going up against Methodist. Well, the Knights are currently with this 12-point lead as Nan Christensen puts it to 13. Bess Taylor Johnson. Also Adams in for the Bishops, and Christensen with the block, and then comes down with the steal. 3-on-3 play. Singer will get it over to Emma Camden. And the Knights will reset, triggering with Sophie Wright. Motion offense. Cutting and replacing. And great hands again by the Bishops. Johnson grabs that one. 2-on-3 down low. They can't take advantage of that opportunity. Taylor will swing it over to Best. Has their three-pointer and drives in, gets the body call. We'll go to the foul line, shoot 2.
Yeah, good work by Goddard there. Going back to that last possession, 2 offensive rebounds. And she'll get a rest, as Jones, the senior forward from Gaithersburg, Maryland, will check in for her. That's Best. Will take her second free throw.
Harris is also in. Arena Harris, the sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina. Charisma Harrison looking to check back in. Camden checking out, along with Christensen. Camden doing a great job. She's a 2-time state champ here in Southern Virginia. A team that, local team, Buena Vista, the Perry McClure Blues. She did a great job leading that team as a point guard, winning 2 state titles in the 1A division. Krola is back in, and that ball's tipped. They tried to put it over the top on the fronting Bishop's defense. Sophie Wright is in, Anna Singer, Katie Garish, and Addison Newman running the point. Newman gets to the foul line. Posting up is McCrolla. She goes bank, kisses it off the glass, and the Knights will get their 58th point, leading by 14. Minute and a quarter left in this third period. Dribble handoff off the high screen, looking to get Charisma in the post. Best with the three-pointer and drains it, smooth as silk. Best with her second three-pointer of this second half. Great job from her.
Yeah, you can't leave her open. We've talked about the three-point shooting woes from both teams, but if there's one player on the court right now that you don't want to leave open from deep, it's Best.
Referee calls the foul on Harris, where she put the 2 hands on the dribble drive, and that'll generally garner an immediate foul. 14 fouls. Next team foul will put the Knights in the bonus. And they're going to call her for a travel. She came in, didn't get her set, didn't like the way she took a third step to get herself set. Singer not in agreement, saying she only took 2. I kind of thought that third step was there, and so did the referee. It's a nice looking shot from her, and Best comes up shooting again. A little bit of a heat check, I think. Great rebound from Giovanna Jones. Now Best will try again. This one will be long. This time into the hands of Singer. 24 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. And crazy basketball as Addison Newman pushed that ball too far for Wright. And into the hands of Best, and they proceed to turn it over. They're going to say a deflected pass, and it'll stay Bishop's ball with 8 seconds left.
I don't know if I've ever seen that the ref correct himself. We've seen the refs get together and say, oh no, I was right there, the closest ref, no, that's going that way. pointed to the Knights' direction and then said no after getting an earful from Coach Trader. Anyway, it doesn't matter. No points are exchanged. Knights continue to have the lead here, now by 11 points, up 58-47 as we go into the fourth quarter.
On the playground, they might say ball don't lie. But I don't know that the ball has a moral compass at all. So I think it was just a great job by the referee making himself get it correct. And as it is, we go into this final quarter. Knights, as you mentioned, up 11, with the Knights now shooting 47% from the field. That third quarter really kind of dug into the shooting percentage for the Bishops, as they're now shooting 34% from the field, 25% from the three-point arc. The Knights still with only that one three-pointer, 1 for 7, 14%. And the Knights are 13 for 15 from the line, and the Bishops are 9 of 15, shooting 60% from the free throw line. Just a bit below their team season average. Team shooting 67% on the year. Solid bench points out of the battling Bishops, 20 bench points for them. Both teams with 10 second chance points. The Knights really did a great job in that third period, getting points in the paint, putting the ball down low, getting it into Garish, getting it into Christensen. They're at 26 points in the paint. Each team with 14 turnovers.
Yeah, and I think now with Garish back in after a little bit of rest, I think the Knights will go back down to her, get the ball in the paint. There were a few times in that third quarter that she had some easy baskets down there, and I think she'll get some more here in this fourth quarter.
Charisma Harrison still not in. I mean, she was back in, but she's not in the game now, as we're having some scoreboard trouble. It's currently showing the score is 0-0 in the first period. That obviously is incorrect, since you and I have been here for a bit. We got 81 visitors on our YouTube feed watching this Knights broadcasting event. Teams will go to their respective benches in the corner in this boxing match where both teams trying to throw a knockout punch. Knights doing a little bit better job in that third quarter, getting things in their favor as they are up by 11, as you mentioned, Adam. That 11, I thought that we talked about how Charisma needed to get involved, Harrison, and she did a little bit, but I thought the aggressive defense and turning the Knights over really was awesome by the Bishops, and yet they're still down by 11. It's really the Knights picked up their shooting, and the shooting percentage of the Bishops went down.
Yeah, that's a great point, and we see some correlation there. Whoever is playing more intense on the defensive side of the ball is getting the runs, is playing better offensively, partially because they're causing more turnovers, getting some fast breaks, more specifically for the Knights, getting to the foul line, where they've been really successful tonight, more so than really they have all season. So, yeah, we'll see what happens as we got the scoreboard situation figured out here.
Our producer, Paul Morrissey, letting me know that it is my fault since I jinxed Professor Batis running our scoreboard. I am so sorry. Professor Batis, Jeff Batis, is known to jump out of airplanes. He's trying to get me to go with him. I'm going to try and do that with him sometime. He's done that a number of times. So if you ever want to jump out of an airplane, come hit up Professor Jeff Batis, all 6'8" of him.
Yeah, we have seen the commentators curse many a times
Wow, you don't see that very often. Sideline throw in to start the quarter, and you get a 5-second call. We have not, the other day we saw a delay of game called where a player for the men's, it was the other team in the men's basketball game, took a free throw, missed it, and then took a second practice free throw when the rebound came back to him. I didn't see that before. This is one that you just don't see that very often, right? 5-second call on a starting the quarter play, but Garish gets the ball out to Newman. She'll stop at 12 feet, and there's Camden fighting to get that rebound. Gets it to Christian inside, but Christian's going to travel as she turned with the ball and had a waiting Bishop, almost turned it over. Had to shuffle her feet to try and avoid the turnover, and of course, that in and of itself is a violation. So coming with Nisha Best, running the point right now with Karina Taylor out. See how long Coach Trader leaves Taylor out. Nice move, up and under, unable to finish. Beautiful move. Corolla up ahead to Camden. Camden will find, oh, what a great touch pass from Garish to McCrolla, but they're going to call a foul as Garish was tipping that ball. You call it on the floor. Beautiful tip by Garish.
Yeah, and how unselfish. How many players, especially really good post players, just want to catch that drop step, and a lot of times you see a drop step dunk there. Maybe not from Garish. Maybe someday we might see that out of her soon, a little drop step dunk. But instead, this time, I think she got that pass off before she even got back to the ground from jumping up to catch it. Beautiful pass.
Fixing the shot clock, 27. Best fires away. Knights have got to find that woman on the shot because she is fantastic. On fire, leading her team in three-pointers. Really doing her best to keep the team in the game.
Yeah, leading her team in points now. Shooting 50% from three, 4 of 8, 13 points on the night.
And Camden had an opportunity to shoot. Looked to find her teammate Newman. Christensen will swing the ball. We've seen that play before on that inbound. It's 5 seconds in the shot clock. Newman unable to finish. And they're going to call a foul on Camden coming in, trying to be aggressive to get that rebound. Knights up by 10. Minute and a half elapsed in the fourth quarter. Kiora Taylor still not in. Good call. And they're going to call that push off.
Moving screen there.
That step moving screen from Giovanna Jones. As Jones will check out and Charisma Harrison, K-Dot, comes back in. The junior forward, 5'8", from Wendelden, North Carolina.
Yeah, if there was a time for her to step up, it's right now. Just over 8 minutes remaining, down 10 in the fourth. Turnover there by the Knights. Christensen just unable to gather that one.
And McCullough does a good job getting back, getting in the passing lane, deflecting that ball out. Good opportunity for the Bishops here to cut this lead to single digits. And Charisma gets the ball in the post, goes up with the right hand, can't finish. Ball down quickly to McCrolla as the Knights score in early shot clock plays, transition, all even, but McCrolla seals her defender. Nice pass from Camden over the top. Turn and shoot, unable to go. McCrolla gets the rebound up to Newman, and after her missed shot, Arena Harris fouling Newman. Boy, kind of a turn right here, Adam. This is a real dangerous moment, I think, for the Bishops. You kind of feel it. They had the ball, down by 10. Knights score off of their missed shot. Now the Knights are up by 12 and get the ball again. Instead of being great job fighting for that, good job. Simmons knowing how hard you're gonna have to play on the defensive end to get back into this. Did a great job. Now wide open shot on the wing. Harris can't finish. Rebound from Simmons, and she'll draw the foul and go to the line. Good job from the Bishops to keep themselves in this game right now.
Is that going to be? Yeah, I think that's 4 on Savannah. Yeah, gonna have to take her out.
Yeah, the Knights' leading scorer now with 4 fouls. She has 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Hasn't tried a three-pointer on the night.
Yeah, all-around game from her today. I guess most games we can say that about her, but that's what happens when you're a really good player.
Now hitting both, putting the Bishops down by 10. Sophie Wright drives to the key, goes off the glass, doesn't finish, and then they'll get a foul call definitely against Sophie Wright, the junior from Ridgeline High School in Logan, Utah. Newest high school up there in Cache Valley.
Let's go, Jeff, let's go.
Johnson going up against Camden, takes the pick from Charisma. Great pass and a finish by Harrison. Johnson to Charisma. Harrison cuts the lead for the Knights to 8 points. The Knights without Garish or Christensen in. And Harrison steals the ball, 2-on-1.
Travel.
And then a travel from Johnson. Golden opportunity as she caught that ball and tried to go right back to Harrison, as Garish will come in from McCrolla.
That's really unfortunate for the Bishops. Could have been a huge turning point. You mentioned that it was at a crucial point in the game for the Bishops to try and get back into it early on in this fourth quarter. That would have cut the lead to 6.
What a pass. Garish unable to finish. The ball falls into the waiting hands. 3-on-2. The move to the bucket by Camden. She finds Garish in the post. Cutting from that high block. Finishes this time and puts the Knights back up by 10.
Yeah, and that gets her to 10 points and 5 players on the Knights team now in double figures.
As Kiana Taylor has checked back in for the Bishops. She draws the foul by Emma Camden, her second foul, the team's 4th.
Okay, watch the screen.
This would be advantageous for the Bishops if they can get another foul. That would put them in the bonus with half of the quarter still to play. And some miscommunication there between Johnson and Goddard. Goddard not looking for that pass. Oh, it's been a crazy back and forth the last 2 minutes. Sticking at 10-point lead for the Knights. Singer now over the top. If you're going to front Garish, which is the right move by Harrison, she's got to have her teammates getting her back for that over-the-top play. You can only front if you know your teammates will cover the lob over the top. Nobody there.
Yeah, it was a good little clear out for the Knights.
And heavy collision between Taylor and Miyazaki. Taylor still down. Foul being called. Misaki. Coach and athletic trainer out there to help her up. Not sure. She's grabbing her hand, her wrist. It's her left. Good to see her up on her feet. She is definitely a tough player. And checking in for her will be number 14, Arena Harris.
Knights, box out, let's go.
Let's go, Katie, get on the
And Harris checking in for the injured Taylor will take the foul shots, 2 of them. Harris shooting 70% from the free throw line. See if she can hit the second. Knights now with an 11-point lead. I want to say nursing an 11-point lead. It feels like this 11-point lead could easily be 5, just with the way things have gone for the Knights and kind of their struggle to find scoring. That's been some of the best they've had, is going over the top. That time, though, there was help underneath or behind on that front against Garish. And we'll get a media timeout. As the coaches Schroeder, discuss their strategy next plan. Lynette Schroeder will sit down with her team over here on the side. It's been wonderful to have the Schroeders on campus, not just because of their coaching, but the family that they brought in. They've got this wonderful 6-seater golf cart that they go around Buena Vista in. It's I think their main mode of transportation. I haven't seen it on the freeway, but it wouldn't surprise me. You do not want to be on 81 with that thing, though. Coach Schroeder, very well versed in Southern Virginia University because she went here as an undergrad. She earned her bachelor's here. She's currently actually working on a master's in sports coaching from West Virginia University. Married to her husband, Brett, who's the assistant coach. She played 111 games for the Knights back in 2004 to 2008. Not trying to date you, Coach Schroeder. Earning All-American honors, USCAA All-American honors. And a great block from Harrison on Newman. As Newman got by, she reaches over the top, gets that block. Taylor looking to trigger. Tough shot, can't finish. Ball's on the ground. And the finish as Goddard, when diving in, knocks the ball loose, then grabs the loose ball and finishes, putting her team down by 9 as Christensen comes to the table to check in. Coach, even with her fouls, the number of fouls she has, she's going to need to get back in there. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Garish with the high screen, kick out from Singer to Miyazaki. Saki can't finish. And then a foul called on the ground as the Bishops were trying to block out, but Keon Taylor grabbing the Knights and trying to get to that loose ball. Going back to Coach Lynette Schroeder, she led the Knights to a national championship as a sophomore in 2006. Still holds the program record for a career made three-pointers with 251, Adam.
That's going to be a kick off the inbound. Harrison lets the ball go off her foot. She's making it hard for Garish to get the ball in.
Kick over to Singer. Singer doesn't finish, but falls into the hands of Wright, who can't secure it. And the transition. Knights get back. Singer grabs that pass. And it has gotten crazy out here as the Bishops are really trying to play helter-skelter basketball, anything to get back in. And then Harrison with her second block emphatically puts that one in the second row.
Yeah, comes in with 21 blocks on the year, leading the team. Back-to-back blocks there. And you mentioned that second one, really emphatic.
Nice. Able to secure the rebound and then get that putback. Second chance points for the Knights. Those second chance points for the Knights now at 14. And Singer reaches in. Doesn't agree with the call.
Might not agree with the call, but it should be a layup down here on this other end if she just reaches with that right hand. She just had her hands down at her side and it almost hit her in the shoulder. So all she had to do is just get her hand out a little bit and it's a layup and puts the Knights up 13. But that doesn't happen, and the Bishops are at the free throw line with Deanna Adams.
Deanna missing that first one. Adams only a 50% free throw shooter on the year, 5 of 10. This ball will though stay now less than 50% as she.
Hey, they got it at quarter.
They're going to call.
That's the corner, right? Does it not change possession when it's a
Quick inbound over the wing, can't finish. Taylor doing a good job tipping that ball back out, and Goddard secures it. Jones goes to Johnson. Knights switch off on the weave. And now, great look. Christensen goes up, stops that, and they're going to call, what's the call here? Delay a game? They're going to call it delay a game. Well, I thought Christensen had the ball before the shot clock went off. Either way, it'll be Knights ball. We've reached the under 3-minute mark. Knights still up by 11. Have not been able to increase the lead from 10 or 11. And that, oh, Katie with her easiest bucket of the night. And they're going to call a jump ball. It'll be Knights ball. And that was her easiest opportunity, I think, all game, and not able to put it in.
Yeah, just never really had control of it. Bobbled a little bit as she was already starting to go up, and then just kind of tossed it up there. Still almost goes in, but yeah, unfortunate for the Knights.
Ball knocked away by Taylor. Timeout called by Coach Schroeder. Great timeout to keep the ball. They had 3 timeouts. There'll be 12 seconds on the shot clock as Coach Brett Schroeder will draw a play up. I've been impressed watching how the dynamic in practice and just kind of around campus, how the Schroeders maintain a quality marital relationship, quality parental relationship with their children, all while having, about 16 extra children in their team that they take care of. It's a family affair for the Schroeders, and they're doing a great job recruiting all across the country. I love looking down the list for the Knights: Colorado, Canada, Hawaii, Utah, Georgia, Virginia, multiple Utah, Texas, Maryland. They go all over the country, and that's a consequence of the alignment of Southern Virginia University with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and other factors, but they're doing a great job in recruiting. If you want to play some good basketball, come out here and play for the Schroeders. Three seconds left. Garish needed to shoot that. She doesn't. Gets to the hands of Camden as the shot clock expires. If you're going to draw, I don't know what Brett Schroeder drew up right there, but it was genius. A genius play. Get it up with, 0.3 of a second left on the shot clock as the clock wound down just as the ball fell in the basket. Johnson gets underneath, and they're going to call it's either a block or off of Johnson. I guess they're going to call a block. Do they give her a block? Going to have to give her a block if it's going to stay Bishop's ball.
Yeah, going back to that last possession, lots of good passing. Might have scared the coaching staff here, making a little too many passes. But ball finds the way into the hands of Emma Camden and gets her first points of the night. All the
Harrison
way.
fighting over Camden to get that board. Quick timeout from Coach Trader. As her team's down 11. Great job. I've really liked what Harrison has done in the last few minutes. Blocks on the defensive end. She's playing real aggressive on the boards. Just not sure it's not too little too late, Adam.
Yeah, and being down 11 here with 1 minute and 34 seconds, really tough position to be in. Coach Trader calls that timeout. Going to try and set up something, a quick trap, try and get a quick, easy steal and a quick, easy basket. If you can do that pretty quick, 10, 12 seconds to get down to single digits again, 9 points. That would be a huge morale boost for the Bishops. If you're a coaching staff or a fan of the Knights, just want to hold on to that ball. Don't have an easy turnover. And then know that the foul's probably coming. But really with the success of the Knights from the free throw line, still shooting 86.7%, 13 of 15 on the night. Could be an easy way to close out the Bishops here.
I'm surprised that Maisha best three-point shooter on the afternoon for the Bishops is not in. Ball goes into Newman. She kicks it up to Singer. Singer gets across the timeline. Great steal, exactly what Trader wanted. As Jones able to get her hand on that ball. Probably should have been a travel right there as she kind of carried that ball and took multiple steps. High post to Harrison. Kicks out to Johnson. Leading scorer, doesn't get that one to fall. And battling is Kiora Taylor and Nan Christensen just fighting down there. And they're going to call, what are they?
How is that possible?
How are they calling a foul? I'm not sure about that. That's 5 on Christensen. That is indeed who the foul is on, right? As the referee making the call comes over and explains it to Coach Lynette Schroeder. Either way, Kiora Taylor at the foul line, trying to cut this lead to single digits. Hits the first of 2.
Yeah, bad call. We'll get that out of the way. But going back to that last offensive possession for the Bishops, surprised that they let 15 seconds go off the clock, trying to get into their offense when you can't do that when you're down 11 here. I guess now down 9. They did get what they wanted.
A reach by Taylor. And that'll put the Knights also in the bonus, which will be difficult if they're going to hit these foul shots for a comeback. Singer will go to the foul line. She is a 72.7% free throw shooter on the season. And she steps up confidently. Beautiful stroke, puts that one down. Back to double digits. Second one is the same. Hits those with confidence. She looks like she's taken 10,000 and hit them all.
Manisha Best does check in for the Bishops here. See if they try and get a shot for her.
She does. She comes off that screen from Harrison. Another screen. She stops. She pops. Short front iron. Not able to finish. It looked good. And up ahead to Newman. Newman will finish in transition. 41 seconds left. Knights up by 13. Johnson will come down. Camden on defense. That felt like kind of the last hurrah, that opportunity. And it looked like it was going to be good. It just barely fell short. Johnson with the step back. Corolla goes over the back of Jones. And she'll put Jones on the line. Not what you want to do. let them get 2 points with the clock moving. This lets them hit 2 and set up their press. Only 30 seconds left. Shot clock is turned off, up by 13. Pretty much a foregone conclusion, but you want to finish out strong, especially against a team that's the 3rd best team in the conference. Jones missing the front end of that 2-shot opportunity for her. Jones is a 75% free throw shooter, very good free throw shooter. Timeout by Coach Schroeder. Team up by 12. Both teams are in the bonus. Christensen is fouled out. Rather disqualified, frustrated, I'm sure. Especially the way she went out, with, kind of battling for the rebound. Felt like she even had inside position. As it is, she's on the bench and supporting her teammates, cheering them on. Coach Schroeder drawing up how she wants her team to handle.
Yeah, and with how well they're shooting from the free throw line, it's really just tough position to be in for the Bishops. We'll see if they try to get something going towards the basket with an easy bucket, or just let them foul and trust your free throw shooting.
And still working hard, but not fouling are the Bishops. In the hands of McCrolla. 10 seconds left. And Camden will just pull that back out as the Knights will finish out, getting this 12-point win. Great battle both ways. The Knights going up against a very athletic and determined North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops women's basketball team. Come away with the victory, having shot 45% overall, but only 1 of 9 from the three-point arc. That's by far the worst three-point shooting they've had all season long, yet able to battle through it because of rebounds and forcing turnovers. They themselves still, though, had 19. Just a real gritty, gutty effort at the end. 7-point lead at halftime, finished at 12.
Yeah, and you mentioned they had to get that win in a way that maybe not normally used to. Did it different ways, shot better from the free throw line than we've seen all season, which gave them a big boost. Continued to rebound well against a team that likes to battle. Really gritty, lots of hustle, especially on the offensive side of those rebounds. And we saw that really after that first quarter, really fight. And it was a battle. Yes, it was a 12-point win, but down to this last possession, the battling Bishops, as you mentioned, lived up to their name and did not give up the fight early or easy.
Well said, Adam. So we have, I think, about 30, maybe 40 minutes for warm-up for the men's basketball team as they face Methodist University. And we encourage you to hang around or come back in 38 minutes for the start of that game. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody is doing well and has a safe Friday evening. We'll sign off for now. Have a good evening. God bless.
And go Knights.